Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first Mastermind of October 2025. Super excited for you to be here. Congratulations on a great month. We had a lot of exciting things happen, some great rank advancements, and new brand partners who have joined us. So thank you all for that and all your hard work. And we're going to go over some things today. Let's see, I need to get my notes up here. Give me just a second. Okay, here we go. Just a few things, few reminders. So we have 5 weeks this month, today through Friday, that's one, and then the next 4 weeks. So that's 5 opportunities to hit UBT points, to get the other points, the widen your reach and share because you care. If you rank advanced to executive or higher last month or the month before, let's say last one was September, so we got August, July. Okay, so if you rank advanced to executive or higher in July, you still have this month to take advantage of those, widen your reach and share because you care points. That's for doing videos and posting testimonials. Why not take advantage of that? You're doing it anyway. So make sure you submit those, okay? So it's the month you hit it. After that, you get the 3 months. So July would be August, September, October. For example, I'll give an example just that I am close with. Dr. Sarah Dybel, she double ranked this month, Executive Diamond. So she hit Diamond in September, October, November, December. She can now get points for her videos and testimonials that she's posting. So Sarah, that's awesome because you're on video all the time. You're doing it all the time. So now you can actually submit those in the back office under submission forms. Plus, we have others. I'll name the 3 new diamonds in just a minute, but make sure, or let me ask you a question. What do we want to make sure that everyone does? Actually, 2 things that everybody does today. Drop it in the chat. Declaration. Yes, absolutely. Why do we want to do it today? We have until the 3rd to do it. Why do we want to do it today? Drop that in the chat if you want for bonus points. Set the intention. Exactly, Rico. Why wait till day 3 to do it? Set the intention from the very first day of the month. And then you have those minimum 10 names that you're going to drop in there. And I'll be honest, I haven't done mine yet because I was spending the whole morning preparing for this mastermind, but I'm going to, and I'm guessing it's still going to have the place for the 10 names, most likely, because it's been that way every month. So you want to make sure you get that list. And Terracone, yes, I love that you said that. Monthly action plan too. The entire action plan worksheet, not just your action plan declaration, but the action plan worksheet. That's actually in my notes today, Tara, to talk about beginning of the month strategies. So thank you for bringing that up. And the other part is, yes, Jenny, it's smart to do it. Why wait? Shelly and John say. Juliet got the other one, the kickoff Zoom. That's the other of the 2 things. Action plan declaration today and the kickoff Zoom. Excellent. Tara Ivan says top of mind. It puts it top of mind. And you don't forget. You do not want to have those 3 days go by and then you realize on day 4 that you didn't do it and you could have gotten the extra 50 points. We don't want to leave any points on the table. You want to make sure that every brand partner on your team is doing this, and it's getting them stoked to really make a list, do their action plan worksheet, do their declaration, get the points, put the names on the list, and actually reach out to those names. Okay. So thanks, Melissa. She says, can't unmute. She's in a loud place, but can hear me and us. And this is her favorite Zoom of the week. Thank you. Zooming in from Spain, from beautiful Spain. An inspiration for all of us. Okay, so action plan declaration today, kickoff Zoom tonight, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. You're going to see a lot of our team members, as always, on the leaderboards, which we love. And we do have 3 new diamonds from our team in September. So I want to congratulate Dana Tran, who's been working closely with Melissa Hansen, and obviously is very coachable and doing all the things. So congratulations, Dana, if you're on. Great job. Megan Boersma, who has been working with Michelle Boersma. Again, these are crowns leading by example and still prospecting and building and coaching and all of that. But these new diamonds, we got to hand it to them. They're going to be able to be a Diamond Club, and we're so excited. And last but not least, we have Dr. Sarah Dybel, who hit Fast Start Diamond in her first full month. She came in around the middle of August, and in the whole full month of September, double ranked Fast Start Executive in Diamond. So great job, Sarah. And you know what? What does that make, being that this is the month of October, the fact that Sarah did that, what does that trigger in your mind? What does that make you think? It's the month of October. Tabitha Parenti, that others can do it. And yes, Melissa, Juliet as well, it's possible. Melissa says, Sarah shows that what's possible for everyone this month. And Dana said Diamond Club. That is exactly the point. This is the last month to qualify for Diamond Club for next month, November 14th through 16th. So what Sarah did shows you it is possible that it can be done in 1 month. Now, if you're thinking, well, she's a doctor, she's got all these patients, but you know what? It wasn't all that. Yeah, she did get a lot of ULTs in. She did. Who have you been talking to? Who's in your pipeline? Who is a practitioner that's in your pipeline that has a built-in client base for this, that you've been dripping on, that you can circle back to? Just because you're not one doesn't mean you can't hit Diamond this month, okay? How about using that, leveraging that story? Now you have this great story in your back pocket. We have many practitioners just like you, Dr. Susie Q, on our team. In fact, one of them joined and went Diamond in her first full month. And she got so many of her patients on the ULT, and they're having phenomenal results. She cannot keep them in stock. She did Transformation Now twice. She can't keep them in stock. And what she loves about it, and Sarah, I know you're such a team player and you have such a mindset of abundance, you don't mind me doing this, but you can say what she loves about it is that this is whole food nutrition. And these are products that are made from whole food molecules that the body can actually recognize and assimilate. And that's what was missing in her practice. That's what she was looking for. How about sharing that story? Find some people like that, or you've already been talking to some people, but go back. Follow up is king in this business. Follow up must be impeccable. Okay, Joel always says follow up or fail. It's true. That is the Achilles heel for many of us, is the follow up. So think about that. So, and Melissa says helping 2 people get to executive and 1 to director is one of the many recipes to hit Diamond. Absolutely. So Sarah did get a lot of ULTs herself, but she also had very top of mind getting brand partners on board. And she chose, I'm going to use Sarah's verbiage, she chose to reach out to potential brand partners that she chooses to be partnered with, that she wants to be partnered with, that she knows this can make a difference in their lives. This can make a difference in their clients' lives. And they're not all health practitioners, but they're all motivated people who trust her and love her and want to lock arms with her, want to work with her. They all want to work together. So how awesome is that? Okay, so I just want to use that as some inspiration, because I know a lot of you want to get to Diamond Club in November. And I don't want anyone to have these thoughts of, I didn't do it last month and I've only got this month and I didn't come close last month. No, you can do it this month. That is proof that you can do it this month. One of the things when I started in this business that I thought of immediately, because I understood network marketing, that I started making my list with was, who do I know who has a built-in client base for this? And I'm not saying you go after only practitioners, but obviously if you want to have someone that's going to reach a lot of people, somebody like that can. And we get a mixture of people in. We get the moms that are amazing, that are hungry and you want to reach out to all of them. Have your funnel full for all of them. But that's a way to really fast track it. Okay. So I wanted to bring that up about what can happen this month. The great thing is, again, 5 weeks, 31 days. So we have another extra day this month. And again, congratulations to the other new diamonds, Dana Tran, Megan, great job, everybody, and to their mentors, Melissa, Michelle Boersma, and Ariel, who is who Dr. Sarah Dybel is under. Ariel, one of our new crowns. Ariel's not stopping. She's not sitting on her laurels, and she's traveling, and she's still working her business from wherever she is in the world. So great job, everybody. Okay, before we get into the shares and the recognition for the enrollers since last week and for the entire month, the update on the enrollments, I want to just go through some beginning of month tips. Last night you heard Leslie and Michelle Boersma, and I listened to it. I had a meeting last night, but I listened to it this morning. It was phenomenal. They talked about month-end tips. Michelle was incredible with the tips that she gave, real practical, actionable tips. Leslie as well. I love what Leslie talked about with muscle memory, but I'm going to save all that. I'm not going to unpack any of that because you guys are going to share it. So I don't want to take that away from you. But again, reminders for the new month. Reiterating again, make sure everyone's done their action plan declaration. Make sure you and they screenshot or put those names somewhere else, because once you submit it, you won't see them, so that you can actually reach out to them and take action with these prospects. Fill out your own action plan worksheet, just like Tara Cohn said, as well as making sure every one of your brand partners, we want to do this every month. This is not just when somebody enrolls and they do it that first time, every month. So make sure that's filled out, as well as your brand partners doing the same. Make sure that you and everyone on your team gets on the kickoff Zoom tonight and all the training Zooms. If they don't see you on the training Zooms, they probably won't get on the training Zooms. Now, I understand some people have conflicts, like I had last night. Some have clients or patients at that time, especially if you're on the West Coast, because it's 4 o'clock, so it's kind of early. But we understand, obviously, but make sure you emphasize and you get on as many as you can, as well as watch the replays, of course, if you can't get on live. Being plugged in is crucial in this business. We don't do this in a vacuum. Okay, this is what keeps us recharged, is getting on these Zooms. And let's see, do a recap with your team. After we hear what all the promos are on the kickoff tonight, do a recap with your team to make sure everyone is clear on what all the promo point incentives are for the month. Sometimes there's a lot and we let some fall through the cracks. Happened to me. So make sure you have the screenshot of it, you have something in writing, and you go over it with them and make sure they understand what all the opportunities are to get those promo points. Those promo points times however many brand partners can make the difference of you hitting your goal or not. So you never want to look back with regret at the end of the month and think, oh man, I had 10 brand partners who could have done this promo and that would have been 1,000 points, or whatever it was. Okay, if you have a team, any brand partners at all, you should be doing a business strategy call with your people who are in action and have their hand raised within the first 2 days of the month, right off the bat. We don't want too much time to go by. Remember, this is a week right now, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is a week. They could bring 3 ULTs in by Friday. And you want to make sure you do this so they know what the game plan is. Now, if you're brand new and you've got brand partners already, which many of you do, which is really awesome and commendable, you're not going to do that by yourself. You're going to get your upline mentor on that call. This is how you learn. You learn by bringing that other voice in of experience, and you learn by doing. Okay, so make sure that that is scheduled. And treat the beginning of the month like it's the end of the month. What if we implemented all the tips from Michelle and Leslie last night at the beginning of the month? What if we had that kind of action and activity at the beginning of the month? What could our month look like? So that's one to really think about. It's such a great feeling to hit your goal and your rank before the end of the month, like a few days before. And the other thing that helps you with is, we have a 31-day month this month, but next month's a 30-day month. So think about that. This more we front load the month, the better chance we have of success of hitting the goal, regardless of how many days are in the month. Okay, I am going to talk about one thing that Leslie touched on. And she said, you can learn how to sell. You can learn any skill set. The difference between a wannabe and a champion is the personal development, committing to 30 minutes daily of personal development. And I want to say that because I have seen people come and go in this business who are phenomenal salespeople. They can bring in a ton of ULTs. They're great salespeople. And many of them never advance or grow beyond that, or they fizzle because of oftentimes lack of personal development, lack of coachability, lack of keeping a beginner's mindset. And, you know, they're getting all this recognition for getting lots and lots of ULTs, which is fantastic. They deserve it. But just because you can sell doesn't mean you can build a business. You have to have the coachability. You have to be on these calls. You have to tap into personal development, because the only way to really tap into the wealth of our compensation plan is by building a team, is by developing brand partners who potentially can become leaders, developing leaders. That's the key. That's what gives you the leverage. That's what helps you make money in your sleep, as we say. So again, that's really important if you want to get the serious life-changing income. I applaud the people who can sell, who don't have any fear. They're not worried about being salesy or pushy or any of that. I love that. At the same time, we want to make sure these people understand, like Leslie said, personal development, being coachable. Now, sometimes you get the trifecta or the perfect storm. You get the person like the Sarahs of the world and the Danas of the world and others, the Melissas of the world and Michelle Boersmas, who can do both, who are great at selling because they have credibility and trust with the people who know them. And they're also great at nurturing and developing people because they love helping people and they love helping them in that way. So we have many people who have done that and are great examples. But just keeping in mind, coachability, plugging into trainings, personal development is super important. And we want to be, when we get somebody like that, that's a hot runner and they're getting a bunch of ULTs in, they're getting lots of customers in, we want to make sure like we're prepping them. You know, like, hey, this is fantastic. And if you could do this every single month, that'd be amazing. But from my experience, what I've seen is eventually it levels off. And it's important to start thinking about brand partners right away and helping them do what you're doing. Okay, one last thing before I get into enrollments. The two most, well, I'm going to ask it as a question. What are the two most important things in our business for growth and stability? Two things, two aspects of our business. Yes, Shelley, go wide, 100%. Rico, brand partners, that's one of them. Recruiting, yes. Duplication, Melina, exactly. Tiffany, retention, you got it. Both of those, it's both of those. It's duplication, brand partners, getting them to duplicate. That's like kind of wrapped into one combo platter. And the other is retention. We have to have both retention of customers and brand partners. So I want to give you one little tip, and it's something that Nicole Hussein did yesterday or the day before, because we were kind of going through a back office and I'm like, Nicole, you got so many customers and you have so many that are ordering every single month or just about close to every single month. And guess what they did not have? And Nicole, I know, doesn't mind that I'm saying this because this is a learning process for all of us. Guess what they didn't have? Smart order, right, Rico, exactly. And Beth, yes, but they're ordering every month. So what are they missing out on? They're missing out on 1.5 rewards points for every dollar spent. And that, as Leslie would say, is just silly. So Nicole made this beautiful video, short video of her talking. She dropped it in her customer group and she just said, hey, you guys want to save some money while you're getting healthy? I've noticed that so many of you, you're ordering every single month or just about every single month, and you don't have a smart order. Do you know what you're missing out on? You're missing out on 1.5 points per dollar spent. And several people right away, they commented back and they're like, okay, I didn't know that. I just set mine up. I just set it up. I'm not going to let it go. So it got a lot of people, even though they are ordering regularly, we want them on smart order. That's what really makes sure, because sometimes they'll skip a month or two and then they drop down to 15%. So it was a good message for everyone in that group because not all of them do order every month, but it might prompt them to start ordering more regularly and increase retention. So that's just one little tip. Congratulations. Great job, Nicole, on doing that. One person mentioned like, oh, I had all these points and they're gone. And we let her know because you didn't order for 3 months and you lose them if you don't order for 3 months. So lesson learned, she's never going to let that happen again. She's going to make sure, because they do add up fast. Once you, and yes, Beth, exactly, the 3 and free promo too. And the 3 and free promo, yes, Teresa, 1 point, not 1.5. We want them to max it out, 1.5. Okay, that adds up a lot quicker than 1 point. Would you rather have $150 or $100? Okay, so what was I starting to say? Oh, 3 and free. Okay. So the 3 and free, you must have a smart order. I'm glad you brought this up, Beth. You must have a smart order on file. If it's a customer smart order of anything, doesn't matter. It could be an apothecary, whatever, smart order. And then you're ordering the same product for 3 months in a row. Let's say, for example, it's Heart Aid. You're ordering a Heart Aid every month for 3 months. On your 4th order, you're getting a free Heart Aid or any of the other products that are on that 3 and free list. Okay, so it's 2-part, must have the smart order, and then must be ordering one of the product, the same product that's on the 3 and free list for 3 months consecutively. And then the 4th month order, they add that in there free. Agree, Jackie. Yes, that 3 and free and rewards points are very important to be shared with customers because a lot of them don't know about that. And Michelle, correct, 3 months without a break, not 2 months, no order, and then the 3rd month has to be consecutive. And it is easy to find the list of 3 and free. Drop it in the chat, Jackie. I know where it is, but I want Jackie to, since she's saying it's easy. If you want to, Jackie, you don't have to. But if they go to iShopPurian.com, scroll down to the bottom, there's a link that says special incentives. Click on that, and it tells them all the benefits of the smart order. Juliet, a class on how to redeem the points. Super easy. When you go to payment, it's going to have your credit card. It's going to have a thing right below it, rewards points. Click on the drop-down menu. Depending on how many points you have, if you have 5,000 points or more, it's going to give you an option to redeem for $10, $20, $30, $40, or $50. You click on that, and then it's going to combine it with your credit card. So the 50 is the max that you can redeem on one order, $50. And yes, Shelley, correct. You apply those points on a manual order that you put in through iShop. Not on it, they will not apply on a smart order because smart orders are automated, so can't do it. But hey, say somebody wants to try something new and they've got a bunch of points, they want to try another product, just order it, just put another order in. Yeah, horchata. I don't know if we still have it. They sent us the message, it was almost out yesterday. So we'll see. Okay. Thank you for all your help with that topic, everybody that commented in the chat. Appreciate that. All right, we'll talk about enrollments, then we'll get into the shares. I know you guys have a lot of them. Okay, enrollments for the month of October. We want to get this number up, try to double it this month. It was 54. 30 of those people duplicated. That was 56% duplication. Excellent duplication rate. Imagine if we had 100 and then we had 50 people duplicating. That would be great. Rank advancements for September, 15 of those new enrollees who came in September rank advanced, 15 of the 54. So that's 28%. That's really solid. That's really good. We had 5 consultants, 8 directors. These are people who came in September. Again, it's showing you what's possible. We want to shoot for people getting to director their very first month. We had 8 of them who did that. And then we had 2 fast start executives, which was Christina Pulsifer and Abel Camargo. So congratulations, big time, Christina and Abel. That's amazing. And we're looking forward to your month this month, what's going to happen. And I mean, you're on track to hit Diamond and see you at Diamond Club next month. All right, I want to give some recognition to our enrollers since last week's Mastermind. We have Patience Dogbay. Congrats, Patience. Nicolini and Hossein. Abel Camargo, there you go. Success leaves clues. Sari Neubauer, Sydney Harner. Sydney had 2. Congrats, Sydney. Dr. Jared Price, and me. And of these, since last week, 4 of those duplicated. How about this? They came in since last week's Mastermind, 3 hit Fast Start Director. And that's Beverly Callender, Janelle Davis, and Mary Braxton. 2 of the 3 came in with Transformation Now, which is very smart. And then 1 did not, but got 6 ULTs herself. Did the 3 in 1 week, 3 in another week. So That's really impressive. Congratulations to those ladies. All righty, let's open it up for shares. We've got last night's call. We've got end of month. Anything you want to share? Any light bulb moments? Beginning of month strategies? Whatever you want to share, put your emoji hand up and let's dive in. There were some really, really good sound bites and good tips from last night. Yes, go ahead, Rico.
So I was listening to Leslie Zan and Michelle, and I was taking advantage of those points with the what is it, the tables, and I actually did two tables at Crunch Fitness, and I was like, why the heck am I doing this? Well, it's not because of the points, but it's because of the exposure. Every time I showed up, people were like, where have you been? I'm so glad to see you. You know, things like that. I was able to reconnect with people that I've talked to and making sure that they're on my leads capture. And the leads capture is so important because either you have their email, or their phone number to text them or to call them, sorry, you can really keep in touch with them. And then the second table, I was able to connect with a lot of people, and people are like actually leaning in towards the business. So just showing up regularly, people are paying attention to what we're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Rico, you're so consistent. Great job. And thank you for sharing that. Consistency always wins. Top of mind, stay top of mind with people. All right, Ginger, you're next.
I just mine is super simple, but I really liked what Michelle said yesterday, when she was talking about following up with people, and sometimes it doesn't turn into anything right away. And she said, "That's okay. Um, we're farmers, not hunters." And so I don't know why that just really struck me. Like, it's okay. It doesn't everything doesn't need to be immediate. Just keep going, keep being consistent, and people come because that's happened to me too, where things come to fruition like several months down the line. So I liked that.
Yeah, great point, Ginger. Everybody has their own timeline. And obviously, the more we cast the net out wide and the more people we talk to and get in our funnel, we're going to inevitably get some of those people that might have a quicker timeline than others. And I love that Michelle said that too. I also loved what she said she followed up with. She said, nothing is going to grow if we don't plant it. We have to plant lots of seeds, but nothing's going to grow if we don't plant it. So that was a great takeaway, Ginger. Thank you. All right, Tabitha, you're next.
There are a couple of points I really loved. One was from Michelle, which I think no matter where you ended up in September, you can really walk away from this one with your head held high, which is to close in a state of gratitude and not be stressed. Because sometimes the things go according to plan and everything lines up, and it's a month of great wins, and other months it's not perfect. It's not exactly what you wanted, but can you bring it back to the gratitude? Can you find the joys in what did go right, in what did go well, in what you learned, in the lessons, in how you're going to do better the next month, or what you're going to do better? I think there's so many things that we can be grateful for, even when it's not a perfect, quote unquote, 30 days. We can find that gratitude. And so I thought that was so smart, because we don't want to close out. And then, of course, October 1st comes around, or the first of the next month. If you're not feeling gratitude, it's going to be hard to get your engine up and going. So it's so much better to just sit in gratitude with what did go well, and then be ready to attack the next month with fervor and vision and fun and bring all that back. So I love that from Michelle. And then I really appreciate, and now I've been in this business long enough to know how so true what Leslie said was, go into every month end as if something big is on the line. I really loved that, because it's either training you for helping your team, or it's going to push you further every single month. You're, even if you don't hit that goal, because you pushed, because you gave it that extra jolt of intention those last 3 or 4 days, you're really, really focused, then you don't know what doors that opens for you the next month. So I think that is something that it resonated. I started, I put in my notes, okay, this is going into my folder for month end stuff so that I come back to it and say, okay, how am I showing my team that whatever, even if I don't have something big on the line, I'm going to act like I do.
I love those shares from Michelle and Leslie, both, all of that. Can anybody relate? If you can relate to the beginning part of Tabitha's share about kind of being down on yourself because you feel like you didn't achieve what you set out to achieve, drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever felt that way. Oh, lots of people have felt that way. Okay. So it's not uncommon. And what I find is that a lot of times it's easy to focus on that rather than looking at how far we've come. And we have a brand partner, I'm not going to name any names, but this brand partner was feeling really bummed because they did not hit the next rank last month that they wanted to. And they were feeling very down on themselves. And I was like, wait a minute. You know who you are, but I'm not going to say a name. You flew past the 3K club. You ran an increase in your business. You had like a 1,500 point increase in your business, which was a big percentage. You not only requalified, but went more than halfway to executive. And that is really something to be happy about, to really, like Tiffany, or not Tiffany, I'm sorry, Tabitha was saying about the gratitude. So really look back, look at how far you came, look at all the things like she said, all the things that were positive. Otherwise, it can bring you down and then kind of put you in a funk for the next month. So always look at that. And I remember, I don't know if she's on, but I remember Terry Rodriguez a while ago, long time ago. She had hit Fast Start Executive and she was on this, and she talks about this. She tells this story herself in front of everybody. She was on this Zoom and she was all down on herself because she hadn't gotten farther. And I was like, wait a minute, what? You hit Fast Start Executive? You know, a lot of people have never done that. And she just kind of needed to hear that, like realize, oh, I did achieve something pretty awesome. She's a red diamond now. Okay. So sometimes we can just get in our head that way, but be proud of all the things that you did and the strides that you did make. So thank you very much, Tabitha. That was a really beautiful share. Okay. And Christopher, you're next.
Good morning. I loved last night's call, and I don't know about anyone else, but did you all leave that call with tears? Because it was powerful to think, oh, this is a big moment to say goodbye to Leslie as our trainer. So whenever she said, "My greatest wish for you all is to tap into your full potential as a person, and that will expand into all areas of your life." I wrote it down, I recorded it. I want to continue to listen to that because it's not just about growing our Purium business, which is exciting, and she does want that for us too, but it's all of our areas of life because we have potential in relationships or maybe adventures. Maybe we're going to Spain with Melissa next year, who knows? But we have so much potential, and she sees that in each one of us, but it's going to take work on our part, like opening up the book. Open your journal, take those 30 minutes every day. And if you think that you're too busy, look at your schedule again. You are worth those 30 minutes. So put the time in so that you can create the life that you want. And of course, there was a ton of other points, but that was my favorite.
Thank you, Anne. Yeah, I watched it this morning and it was bittersweet because I have a very close connection with Leslie. She was my business coach before she became a coach for Purium. And I loved what she said at the end. It was just beautiful. And that combination of her and Michelle was awesome too. I love that, everything that they shared. I see Terry Rodriguez is on and has her hand up. And if you guys don't mind, since we were just talking about her, I want to just skip to Terry and then I'll come back to you, Melissa Hennig. Don't go away, Melissa. I want to hear what you have to say. Go ahead, Terry.
Thank you, Sonia. I remember that day. That was a life-changing moment for me because I was feeling pretty down. But being on this mastermind was such a game changer for me. Sonia was so caring, but blunt. And I love that because here I was thinking, I don't know, but Sonia just came up and said the right words to me, and it really just like, it was like celery that was wilted, that was in water, that just came back to life. And that is really what it was. I mean, I love the business. I wouldn't have stopped, but she just kept me going. And I am always grateful to Sonia for that. So I got to say that before I was going to say my share, Sonia, because it was and it touches me every time I think about it. And every time I come here and I see you sharing with everybody and teaching us and coaching us and helping us be the most successful people we can be, you are amazing. And you are an amazing coach and leader, and have brought on more leaders and crowns that are also just as amazing for us. So Melissa, Michelle, and all of those, I mean, you've just given us so much to keep building on. So we can't lose with you guys. So
You
you
have
keep
an amazing leadership team here. Thank you for that. First, I want to interject. Thank you so much for that, Terry. I appreciate it. And our leadership crown team, and I'm saying, I mean, Joel's here, and Joel and Jane are awesome, and we absolutely love them. And then from me and Doug down, I want you to know who our crown leadership team is that you can look to and you can trust and rely on. And it's Melissa, it's myself, Melissa, Michelle, Nicole, Hossein, Ariel. Okay, those are the true blue, the singular focus. They're not getting distracted. They're leading the best example for all of us. Ariel's a new crown, and she's inspired so many people with her story. Terry, you're an amazing leader who inspires us. You're red diamond. You're one step away from crown, but you are in my mind, you are a crown with your leadership and what you do. So we have so many, like Tara Cohn and many others, Beth Lammer. I can't name them all because it's like half the people here, and Christopher. So all of us, I mean, we're all on the same page here. We're all on the same page. We're committed to Purium. We're not diluting our message. We're not watering it down. We're not confusing people with other things. And that's really important. And that's just one little aspect that I wanted to touch on. But Terry, go ahead. Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. But go ahead with your original share that you were going to do.
Oh, thank you. I was going to wait again. What I wanted to share was about, like Michelle said, being consistent and not feeling like you grateful for what you put, but being consistent. These are people I've been working with for about 2 years in pickleball and Pilates. And I've always kind of shared, but yesterday or Monday, I invited somebody to join me with pickleball, for pickleball with Pilates. And she just kept telling me, she says, I didn't realize how small you were and how strong you are. And I told her, I said, yeah, well, look at these muscles that I've built, and I was telling her. She got so excited because once you get older, you don't lose muscle. She says, I'm ready to start that program you keep talking to me about. And then she said, this was 2 years. And she says, and my friend who is a holistic doctor, I'm going to have you talk to them. So this all happened, and this is after a couple of years. So I just wanted to share that with you, our example, and being consistent and watching our leaders.
Absolutely. Thank you, Terry. Yes, being consistent with, walking our walk with the products and our lifestyle and everything, and with sharing consistently. And it's so true. You can meet somebody like that. It happens a lot. And they have a holistic doctor. They're already, because they're into that kind of thing. And then that's another prospect for you. And even if they don't say, oh, you have to meet my doctor, like they did with Terry, you could say, you know what, I would love to meet that doctor. She's so on the same page. I would love to meet her. I would love the connection if you could introduce us. So thank you so much, Terry, for everything that you said and all that you do. Melissa Hennig, thank you for waiting so patiently. Melissa's another newer diamond on our team who's going to be at Diamond Club. Yay. Can't wait to celebrate you.
Thank you, Sonia. It's a little off topic. I didn't see last night, but as soon as this call's over, I cannot wait to watch the replay. I don't miss a replay. But my question, I always come in, if that's okay, but just tips and advice from you. And So I've been going into all these local med spas and day spas and different massage therapists, but a lot of them they're not really jumping on, and I know it's perfect for them. They want this additional revenue. One even told me, she's like, I don't want this brick and mortar anymore. And I came home and I told my husband, I'm like, I don't understand why they're not jumping on. And he's been in sales and marketing for his whole life. I've never had like real sales training. So he's like, well, what's your close? And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, did you ask her if she wants to do it? Did you ask her if she's interested, if this would be a good fit? I didn't even ask her those things. So I said, oh, yeah, she wanted to watch a video and we were going to catch up later. And I thanked her for coming, but I didn't actually like go in and say, hey, are you interested in this? Would this be a great addition for your client? So I just feel like it's just this continual learning. And even before I walk in, I need these notes. I need to remember, I need to prep exactly my close. I can't believe I'm actually not closing it when I'm in there. So I just wanted to share that that has come up for me, and I really want to dial in that close when I'm in person with someone.
The best thing is asking questions, taking a genuine interest, giving them a compliment, asking how long have you had this business? What got you into this? That's the big one. What got you into doing this? That usually opens up everything. Pain points, their passion, their why, all of those things. And then I like to say, you know what? I've got something that I think could be a really good compliment here that could be a great resource for your patients or your clients, and also an additional revenue stream for you. I'd love to show you. Is now a good time, or we can schedule a time? Just being very confident and assumptive about it.
And
So,
then like the one I just went into, we already had all that I brought her a sample. We did all
okay.
that, but then while I was there, I didn't say, hey, are you interested in signing up for this? Like I didn't ask her that last question. Do you think I should?
Well, what was she saying again? What was
Oh,
like
she was
her
just saying she
input?
didn't really want to have the brick and mortar. She loves health and nutrition and she wants more freedom, but but she didn't know how to kind of get there. So I had already done, we talked about Purium. I brought her a sample that day. She liked the sample, and I forgot to say, hey, is this something that you think you'd be really interested in? Do you want to sign up? I didn't actually like say that last question, I feel like.
So you could repeat back to her, you've said to me, you want more freedom, you want to get away from the brick and mortar, you want this, this, and this. This actually is a perfect fit for you.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on getting started? Or what other questions do you have that I can answer? And what are your thoughts on getting started? Because I know from not only my own experience, but others on our team who are in similar situations like you, they've been able to build a really solid income with this and get more freedom.
Okay, that was the line I need. What are your thoughts on getting started? That's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Or what other questions, and then if she's like, I don't have any other questions, well, then let's get started. There's no downside to you you can kind of tailor it depending on what they say. Okay, I have to add one more thing. And it was in the chat, and I am so sorry, Paul. I left out one person on our Crown team, one person who is absolutely amazing, and it's Dominique. Dominique is another one of our beautiful, amazing Crown leaders, leads by example. She's so quiet and humble that I forgot, not that the other ones aren't humble, but she's so understated, but so powerful and leads by example, and just her team loves her. So Dominique, we love you. And I apologize for leaving your name out, but you are fantastic. Okay, Kelly Williams, you're next.
Well, I caught the recording this morning too. Last night's Zoom was amazing. And thank you, Sonia, for bringing Leslie to us, because I think a lot of us here can say, for me, I know she's changed so many things. She's helped me out so much. And I really loved how Michelle Boersma talked about that and the effect Leslie had on her. So I'm looking forward to going back and watching a lot of her recorded Zooms I've seen before, because she's amazing. But I really loved what Michelle said about her story, about what's possible in a month. In the chat, she put, it was February, it was a 28-day month. She needed 7,000 points to hit green diamond, and she felt super far away. And I love what she did. She got a hold of her brand partners and saw asked who wanted to run with her. There was a brand new brand partner 10 days in, and she helped them get 10 UBT, I think all 10 that day. That was just amazing to me because we might not think of going for someone that new to help them get that much volume immediately. And then she got 4 more. She hit her goal on a 28-day month, the last day of the month, over 7,000. So I just loved that. It was, we've had other examples like with Beth doing that and what's possible, but 28-day month, that was awesome. You just never know what's possible. So anything's possible this month.
100%, Kelly. And we have example after example like that. So it's all possible. Never want to throw in the towel, but try to do as much as possible at the beginning of the month. It will help so much. It'll be a game changer. And many of you do, and you're reaching for a big goal. So it's just got to be, you know, if this is the month you're going diamond, you're choosing to go diamond, and you are choosing to be at Diamond Club next month, massive action like you've never done before in a compressed period of time. And then you're going to get to go and celebrate. So something to really look forward to. All right, Anne, go ahead.
So I have a question. There is several, and I'm actually upgrading a brand partner after this call, someone to a brand partner, and she already has clients that she works with in her clinic. So she's not wanting to do transformation now at this time. She wants to add it on later. And I've had that happen several times. So can you help me with some verbiage? I've already explained to them how the fast start, is so much faster. They're going to hit those bonuses. But a lot of times they say, I'm not concerned about the bonuses right now. I just want to get my business started. What kind of verbiage can I use for transformation now?
Okay, so someone who wants to do transformation now, but doesn't want to do it right now, right?
Exactly. She wants to get her business started, get on the program, use it a month for herself, and then do transformation now later. And I'm hearing that too often, so I'm saying the wrong thing.
Okay, so you mentioned she wants to do it a month for herself. Is she planning on experiencing the products for a month before she starts sharing?
Well, one person was going to do that, and I didn't upgrade them because I knew they weren't ready. But this one actually is saying that she's going to share it with her clients as she's doing it. So she is going to start sharing immediately, and she already has someone in mind that can do it right away with her.
Okay. Have you had the conversation with her yet about the importance of enrolling brand partners also? Does she want to build and leverage? Do you know?
I have not had that conversation. That's a great point.
Okay, so I would ask that question, and I would talk to her about how, yes, you can get customers, you can build a customer base. What are your thoughts, though, on actually building a team and tapping into the leverage? Like, what are her pain points? Is time a pain point? Is wanting more freedom?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. She doesn't want to step aside from her clinic because she enjoys working one-on-one with people, but time is definitely an issue because she's caring for an elderly father.
Okay, so she's a caregiver. That's a big motivator, of wanting more time and needing more time. So that leads to the brand partner conversation to really leverage this business and really gain time freedom. It involves getting like-minded people who join you in the business as your business partners or your brand partners. And no doubt you have a clinic, you have trust, you've got credibility, people trust you. You have very high credibility, and no doubt you have other colleagues who have a client base for this, or other people who maybe want to get into health and wellness and they're passionate about it, and maybe they don't know where to start, but they would love to have a side business. And then get her response to that, pause, let her respond, and she's going to say, oh yeah, I know a ton. I can think of like 5 people off the top of my head that would love this and love to share it. Well, that's how you're going to really gain that time freedom with the leverage. That being said, everything we do in this business duplicates. Everything we do, everything we don't do. So if you really want to fast track your business and really get this income going quickly, and I know you mentioned you don't care about the fast start bonuses, but the bigger thing of all of this, besides actually getting the bonuses, is what you're modeling for your brand partners that you're going to be bringing on, because they probably will care about the bonuses. And when you do it, then you have a great story. The story that this is going to create is more valuable than the bonuses themselves. The story that this creates, you hitting the fast start bonuses, will ultimately make you more money than the bonuses themselves, because everything we do in this business duplicates. So my suggestion is to not wait. You have a client base right here and now. They're going to see you doing this. You've already got people who want to do it. And again, you could use the Sarah story. We have someone on our team who's also got it. She's a clinician. She's got a practice. She can't keep them in stock. And her patients get so excited when they see the box and they're able to take it home with them. So it's kind of a multi-pronged thing, but the main thing is the story it creates. First, you have to build in her the desire to get brand partners, which comes from the pain point and how the brand partners will help her leverage. You're selling her on that, and then listening to what she says back to you. And then here's why you want to do this: because of duplication.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Modeling it for them.
And she did actually say, how long does it take for my box to get here? And I told her, and she's like, oh, wow, I wanted to start tomorrow. So I'll use that too.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you could say, you mentioned you wish you could start tomorrow. Your clients or patients, they're going to feel the same way. So you having these boxes here, there's so many benefits to doing this. And that's just one of them, that you have it right there for your people who want to start right away.
And this is actually Stephanie's brand partner, I should say.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but that's how it works in the downline. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Anne. Thank you for asking. I mean, everybody, when you ask your questions, they're so great, but thank you for asking such a great question that benefits everybody here. That's not like a real specific targeted to one thing, like Debbie says on her Monday night call. Like somebody will call in, or somebody will come in and like, I got this customer with an order that, but this is a very valuable, high value question that you asked. So thank you. All right, Philip, and then to Star Crown, Michelle Boersma, who wowed everyone last night and always does. But go ahead, Philip, you wow everybody too. We love having you on here.
Thank you. I just wanted to give for one, Rico always inspires us to do the tables, and yeah, I know he's been telling me about crunch and everything like that. We actually got a new crunch here in Tracy, California, and so I was able to do a table this past on Monday. We were doing an event, and I did it with another brand partner that's not on the direct team as me. So Andrea Ramirez, she's in the European side, and it was such a great event. Like we had such a big turnout. Like we're giving out samples by the door. And on top of it, like we were sharing the HSA, FSA, especially because we're in October, we're coming to the crunch time of like wrapping up the funds before December. And so I was just proud of Andrea because she, towards the end when we wrapped it up, there was a potential customer who came up and she was sharing with it. And she was like, oh, I really need to do a detox. I need to do this program. She goes, I'm excited. Maybe I'll try it. And then I mentioned FSA. Luckily, she had FSA, so she's really excited to get started. I'm happy for Andrea because now she has a new potential customer she's going to follow up with. And so it's just exciting to be involved in those type of community environment where people are like really wanting something that they don't know that exists. So I also connected with the couple who the wife is a nurse practitioner and she does Amway. And so we're going to connect. And so if her patients don't have something she could provide, she's willing to look at to see what she can provide for her on the Purium side. So it was cool. It was a good event.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share that real quick.
See, the fact that you're on these Zooms, you hear this inspiration, like you got inspired by Rico and the tables and all those things he's doing. And Philip is also an expert on HSA and FSA. So the FSA flexible spending account that typically has to be used by December. It doesn't roll into the next year. So this is prime time to reach out to people. Social media about FSA. Do you have FSA money that you need to use? This is a great way to do it. So thank you for reminding us of that, Philip. And the nurse practitioner in Amway, just unsolicited advice. I would ask her, like, how involved are you in Amway? Do you just use the products? Do you have a team? And she may not be super involved. And I've heard like their comp plan is tough. It's hard to make a lot of money in there. So she's familiar with network marketing, but if she's not tied to it, like we all here would never do anything else. Okay. Everybody here, like we are all Purium, but she just might be dabbling and never really made any money with it and maybe just use some of the products. And now you can show her something so much better, cleaner, better comp plan, everything. So that's exciting. She's a distributor, but does she have a big team? Is she making a lot of money, or does she just have, I mean, I've talked to people that are like, oh, I'm in this company or that company. How many people are on your team? And they'll say, oh, like 10. I've gotten 10 customers over the years. You know, there's degrees, believe me. So thanks, Philip. Super exciting things happening for you. All right, Michelle, welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, family. Thank you for all the support last night on the call. And thank you, Sonia, for letting me fill in for you. That was quite an honor and a privilege, but there's nobody like you. So we missed you. I just had a quick tip that I forgot to mention last night, and I wanted to mention it really quick right now because it's something that I've been a little bit remiss on, and I just realized it. On my Instagram, I have in my bio, I have the link, permalink to my lead capture. And I am a person that I really get bogged down with emails. So I miss a lot of emails because I get so many. And I went in there yesterday. I should have brought this up last night. And I had 8 new lead captures that I didn't know that I had. That has to be from that on my Instagram. And some of them are from like 2 weeks ago. I feel horrible because I have not followed up with these poor people that have now requested information and whatnot. So if you have that in your bio, please don't do what I did. Check because we get emails from Purium that say you have a lead capture, but somehow, well, some of them actually went into my spam too. I noticed as well. I didn't see the emails. So make sure that you go into the back office under personal reports, lead tracking, and make sure if you have any new leads that are just waiting for you to reach out to them.
That is an excellent tip, Michelle. And you know what? I found that because the one who always does this a lot is Nicole and Ian Hossein, the abandoned carts. And I was like, oh, I need to look and see. And I had a bunch of abandoned carts I did not realize were there. And that it's in that same section, I believe. That personal reports, it's under there. But yeah, the lead capture. Wow. Thank you, Michelle. That's a really good one. Okay, Brittany, this is going to be our last share of the day. It's 11:58. Brittany Childs, great to see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here. I'll try to keep it quick. So I have been working on my boss and his girlfriend for ever since I first started. And because they both love Purium, they've been customers ever since like my first month, and they both are very disgruntled with their jobs. So I have these big dreams of them being the next Raw and Carolina. Because so the girlfriend is like in production all big time and hates her job because she's constantly stressed and burnt out. And she actually has taken a 3-month leave of absence because she just can't even take it anymore. But it's been so hard to actually get them to even be on a biz op or even go further. And like my boss, he has asked me more questions and he at least finally said he would watch it. But it's been so hard because he complains about it all the time. He always is like, I'm ready to just shut this down. He owns a tree company, a tree service company. They're both in California. So anyway, like he's ready to shut it down at any moment and everything because they're both just so burnt out. But so I'm trying to get them to actually appreciate the potential and understand what is possible. So I'm excited that they're finally willing to watch the video. But anyway, so that's where I'm at with that situation. Hoping.
Well, was it you or your sister Jackie who said, do you want to watch a 5-minute video or a 30-minute video? The two options?
Oh yeah, it wasn't me.
Okay, so I think it was Jackie. I think it
Yes.
was your sister. Does that ring a bell, Michelle? But that's good. Like, give them the two options. And then when do you think you can watch this? Look, this was how I would say it, depending on the relationship. Sounds like you have a pretty good relationship with
Yeah.
them. I would just be like, look, every time I talk to you, you're complaining about all of this. You're so burnt out. It's so stressful for you. Can you please make time to watch this video? This literally could be a game changer for you. Okay. When can you watch it? I'm going to pin you down because I know like it's easy to put these things off. When can you watch it? And just pin him down. And then he's going to tell you and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. You're not going to ask. You're going to, I know it's your boss, but
No, it's okay. I tell him all the time.
okay. So you tell him what's going to happen. This is what we're going to do. You're going to watch it around 6 o'clock tonight. Okay. We're going to circle back and you tell me which time is better for you. 7 tonight or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Which time slot do you want? We're going to circle back. I'm going to get your feedback on it. I want to hear what your thoughts are and your questions. Okay. And then, and you could even say, and when we get on that call, I'm going to introduce you to someone who was in a similar situation as you. And this is what they've done. And here's what's, you could leverage a story. If you could bring Michelle on or Cami or, bring on one of your upline mentors, you could do that as well. Make it into a connect call, but pin them down on when he's going to watch it. I would it's probably going to be a 30-minute or 35-minute business opportunity. That's going to be the most powerful.
Okay. So, and I have done that. So he was like, we did our set time for him to watch it and everything, and he did not watch it.
Okay. Because you asked him and he said he didn't. Have you sent it from the app, from your phone app, so you can see if they open it or when they open it? Have you loaded it on there? I would do that and then send it to him. And then you'll see if he opens it. What did you say when he told you he didn't watch it?
That this is why he's still in his situation.
Exactly. That's exactly.
I was like, listen, I'm going to fire you before you can shut this down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michelle, do you want to add anything? You're the upline crown. You always have an incredible way with words.
Well, first of all, it comes back because Brittany is very passionate. You can feel her energy. And so I think just not giving up, Brittany, and to the point where until he says, I don't want to hear about it anymore, I would daily be like, I'm not going to stop. This is going to change your life. And so I'm going to be here every single day, making sure that you have given this some consideration. At the same time, it's the 49-51 situation as well. You can't want it more for him than he's going to want it for himself. So don't give up. You do have a relationship with him, Brittany, where you can speak very openly and freely. Some people just love to complain, but they don't really want to ask him that. Do you just enjoy complaining, or do you want to make a shift and a change in your life? That's what I would ask him.
Oh, I love that.
You have the relationship, and I know you have the grit and the sass to do that. So yeah, just straight out, do you just enjoy complaining, or do you want to take control of the situation and change your life or not? Which is it? That's what I would do. I don't know if that's helpful.
I love it. Hey, if now we're emphasizing here, Brittany has that kind of relationship where she has the freeness of speech to be able to talk that way to this person.
Yes, yes, exactly. Not just anybody, but she does. And he respects her so much. We've talked about this before, and they're both just ripe for the picking. It would be so awesome. And she can be very communicative with him. But to your point, Sonia, yeah, that's not a way that we could talk to just anybody.
Yeah, because in a different scenario, we may do a takeaway, depending on the person and the situation. In a different scenario, we might say, listen, timing may not be right for you. I understand you're miserable here, and maybe you're just not open right now to looking at other options, but you may know someone who this could be perfect for. And I would love an introduction because my goal is helping people. I've helped a bunch of people have freedom with this and make money, and I want to help more. So may not be for you, timing may not be right, but who can you think of? What are one or two or three people off the top of your head you can think of that this could benefit? Now you're doing a takeaway, giving them FOMO, and you may get a referral out of it. And you want to phrase it that way. Who do you not, can you think of anyone? Because that's a yes or no answer. If you say, can you think of anyone? No, not off the top of my head. But if you say, who can you think of? They start thinking. So that's another option, but maybe for a different person. Okay, we got big guns here that was going to be the last share, but it's not. We got Melissa and then Michelle. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, real quick. I just want to say that is exactly why we jump on this Zoom every single Wednesday for this training that we just got from Sonia. This precise verbiage that we share in the situation that Brittany shared, the situation that Ann Christopher shared. This is the training that is a must to be successful. Sonia always says success leaves clues. If you want to be somewhere, don't ask somebody who's not where you want to be. Go to those who are exactly where you want to be. This is the training. So make sure that your BPs catch the replay. If they can't catch this because of work, we get it. Make sure to share the replay with them and then ask them, what are your two biggest takeaways from that mastermind? That way you can be sure that they're watching it and getting the training. So thank you so much for this training, Sonia, and for everyone who shows up here week after week, recognizing the importance of this. Michelle. And of course, Michelle, you're amazing. Thank you for your shares. They're gold.
And thank you so much, Melissa, as well as Melissa usually chimes in more, but she's been at a busy place. She's been going between places. She's on vacation in Europe, but she's still working her business. But Melissa, your shares are priceless that you share on here. Michelle, you as well. I'm talking about our Crown team here, as well as others, our other Crown leaders that I mentioned earlier, and other leaders. So it's a collaborative effort. We get it from all sides. So thank you so much for that, Melissa. And Michelle, go ahead.
I love what Melissa just said. It's so true. These training, and it's free, you guys. Are you kidding me? And a lot of times when people slow down or they're having a difficult time, they're not here. They're not plugging in. So please continue to plug in, get your brand partners to plug in. And thank you, Sonia, for having this call. I wanted to just really quick, because I see her on camera. So Brittany, I love Brittany and Jackie. You guys all know them. They're an integral part of our team and our family. But Mama Childs is on camera. And if it wasn't for Mama Childs, who is an absolute doll, and she comes on so many of our ULT calls, and she gives her testimonial, which is incredible and beautiful. And I just wanted to give Mama Childs a shout out because she's here on camera with Jackie today.
That is awesome. Welcome, Mama Childs. We're happy to have you here. Thank you, everyone, for your beautiful, awesome shares. This week's mastermind, and I haven't done last week's yet, but I'm going to. I shared the link, but I'm going to YouTube both of these. So they'll be on our Team Win Network YouTube channel, both so good because of all of you. So thank you so much for all the shares, for being here, your participation, and all your hard work. We appreciate you so much. Have a great day, everybody. Don't forget, tonight is the Product Education Zoom. Invite prospects to it, 7 o'clock Eastern. See you soon.